Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. This is Rebecca, and welcome to Everyday Intuition. And today we're going to be diving into clairsentience or clear feeling, otherwise known as being a what, y'all? What is the dreaded E word? Go ahead and say it or type it in the chat. Yes, an empath. Okay? An empath. Oh, God. God coming. All right. It's almost, like who, and if you're listening to the recording, are you an empath? Yes. Like little yes, big yes, little no, or big no. Is that a little yes or a big yes? Because as humans, being empathetic is part of being human. It allows us, because we're emotional beings, and we're very aware of our emotions. So again, being an empath and having empathic abilities is essential to being a successful human. Being able to feel, connect to, and respond to other people's emotions. Okay? Being an empath takes it to a whole new level. Okay? Being an empath is a psychic gift. I have no idea, how many people out in the population are empaths. But they say it's kind of rare, but in the crowds we tend to run in, it's not. Okay? I'm yawning. Do you feel, since those of you who are live, do you feel like being an empath is a gift? Is it an annoyance? How do you feel about having this magnified clairsentience? Interesting. Somebody said both. And really it is clear feeling. You're feeling magnified being an empath. Oh man. Okay. So again, a gift or a curse, basically, or both. I'm yawning up a storm, and it's not because I'm tired. It's energies are clearing. Okay. So it's better when you know what's yours and what's someone else's. Okay. Do you know how to determine that? That's a really good question. Do you know how to determine that? It's really, we sometimes say things are simple or easy, and until we practice it, it's almost like, hitting a tennis ball. Some people it's really easy. Some people they've really got to practice, and some people, no matter how much they practice, they're going to be less than mediocre, like me. Okay. Oh, you guys are like friggin' clearing up a storm here. That is big. When I burst into tears, and it's not, and I'm not sad, and you're just bursting into tears. Now I've got a list of things, to say that you're an empath. Okay, so sometimes do you want to not have to burst into tears, right? Or throw up, or experiencing something horrible? You can just say, "Is this mine?" Okay. Now, empath is all about feeling. Okay, it's all about feeling, and we can feel anything in our bodies, from expansion and contraction to Oh my gosh, other people's emotions to having a full-blown experience people's pain. I have a really quick story. This is empath to the extreme. When I first started, I didn't even know what the heck I was doing, y'all. Seriously, when I first started this about 5 years ago, I was trying to create it was called Creative Business Alliances. It cracks me up now. Creative Business Alliances, and it was a networking group that was designed to co-create projects together. Okay, so I was working on that. All of a sudden, I'm doing something called energy alignments. I don't even know. All of a sudden, it's like my body gets taken over, and I started like advertising energy alignments on Facebook, and I didn't even know what I was doing, seriously. And somebody, I think I gave a free session, and this woman, she hired me for these sessions. Okay, so she hired me for these sessions. We're doing this one session. I can't remember exactly what we were talking about, but all of a sudden I just started coughing and coughing and coughing. I couldn't breathe, and I was coughing so much I actually threw up. I know, so gross. And I told her, I'm like, oh my God, I am so sorry. I don't know what's happening to me, or I don't know why I'm doing that. And she was Russian, and in a very beautiful Russian accent. She's like, yeah, I can't do a Russian accent, so you got to picture it. Basically, she told me her husband tried to choke her to death. So I was experiencing what she had experienced. And that was my, kind of my first time. And then I was working with another person, the same time frame. And all of a sudden, and I don't even know what happened, but I felt so much angst and so much in my stomach, and it was the worst feeling I've ever felt. I threw up, and I was coughing. And as it turns out, I am not being disrespectful. I just can't remember. I think it was a man transitioning to a woman, and was kind of in that in-between stage where, had told the family and was living alone, and just I had tapped into all her turmoil. Okay. And it was the worst thing I ever felt. Yeah, I didn't know what the heck was going on. I mean, I knew what was going on, but these things were just happening. So that's being an empath, right? Now, what I noticed was as soon as I got off the phone, I felt fine. Okay, so that's one thing you can do, is set up a very strong energetic boundary that if this is a gift of yours and it happens, make sure it's almost like your body is a sensor, and you're experiencing that, but you're not taking on their energy. Okay? I'll say that again, and I'm going to read this out loud. I have friends who are mediums. They were talking to a woman in spirit, and I had the choking, coughing, and trouble breathing, and it was validated that she passed due to anaphylactic reaction. Absolutely. Okay? Now, when the session was over, were you finished? Like, you didn't carry forth that choking, coughing? I hope not. Right, Rachel? Exactly. Once they finished with her, it went. Okay, so just kind of let that sink in, y'all. Um, everybody that's going to be listening to this call, some of you are more practiced than others, or are more aware of these things than others. It can really serve you and help people heal. And you have it's almost like it's the walk a mile in their shoes. You don't know what someone's feeling like until you've, quote, walked a mile in their shoes. So it is a gift. But when you're, and if your mind, like for me, when I'm with a client, I'm so focused on them, my body's just doing its thing. And then again, once we're done, I'm done. Some people take it on and you hold on to it. Stop it. Some people have that old school healing modality where you take a person's energy into your own body and transmute it. You don't have to do that anymore. It's just as powerful to just help a person transmute their energy through intention. Okay, am I making sense? Don't take on other people's energies. Okay, Holly, I feel like you do take on other people's energies. Holly, um, I think you do, yeah, and that's why so yeah, take on their joy, right? Is that what you're saying? All right, so let's get. No, it's not intentional. Absolutely not. Okay. And this has, so what's screaming at me is the whole human design, where if you're an emotional person or if you're sacral. And to me, that whole system, when it comes to that, are you just listening to your solar plexus? Or are you riding the wave of emotions? That if you just buy into that paradigm, I feel like it puts you in a box and it limits you. Okay. All right. Seriously, Holly, that's the funniest thing I've ever read. That Holly's phone just typed in joy. I love that. Okay. So I'm going to quickly go through some other signs and symptoms that you have strong clairsentience. Okay? Just put a me if you experience this. All right. You're drained by large groups of people. So you're drained by large groups of people. And if you have to be with a large group, you need to pull away and have some alone time. Okay. When you're in a situation where you know you're going to be with a lot of people, make sure you drink a lot of water and you consciously ground and you consciously fortify your energy field. Okay? I'm going to say that again. Ground, drink water, and consciously fortify your energy field. You might even pull in your aura. Do you know how to pull in your aura? You just imagine your aura getting small. That's it. Pulling it in. Just like close your eyes and imagine pulling it in. Intended. Yes. There's some fun experiments you can do with coat hangers used as divining rods, where I would need a partner and I would need to make the coat hangers, but I'm not promising I'm going to do this, but if I can get my husband to play along, I'll show you what I mean, and then you guys can do it for yourselves. Kids love this, by the way. So I used to do this with my nieces. Rachel's releasing. Okay. All right. Now we're going to move on. Now this also could be claircognizance, but I kind of put it in the category of clairsentience. The clair feeling is you just have instincts about people and you sense their intentions. Okay? Animals are famous for this. You know how animals will just not like people? And then it's kind of like, I'm going to follow suit. If my dog don't like you, I don't like you. I have another fun story. Now, this is back in my 20s. My very first dog, Samson, this beautiful, big, like Samoyed Husky and Australian Shepherd. And, we used to routinely have parties because, it was back in the 80s and that's what you did. And, we had a party and this one guy, I kid you not, Sam was just walking around behind him and growling. And I remember walking up to him and saying, he was like a friend of my husband's cousin. And I was like, my dog don't like you, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on you. And I was kind of snarky to him. Needless to say, that night, he had drugs and we had to kick him out of the house. Okay? And Sam was not a trained drug dog. He just picked up on the guy's vibe. Okay? Trust that. And it's a whole different thing. It's a feeling. You're not in your mind. It's different than, oh God, I'm trying to think of a really good example. Like a guy with red hair traumatized you as a child. So then you always feel like, and I'm putting feeling in quotation marks, guys with red hair are unsafe. Can you see how that's in the mind? Okay. Whereas the other is just like you meet this guy and he's got red hair and you just feel that, just don't like him. See how that's a clairsentience? Whereas the other one is more in your mind, and it's not clear knowing. It's, I had a trauma, my mind is connected to that trauma, and my mind is finding evidence that I'm going to experience the trauma again, and it's trying to protect me. Do you see that difference? It's very important. And I think that's kind of what's happening right now with the whole QAnon and all that stuff. It's like people are like, oh no, I'm woke and I feel it. No, your mind is creating it. And it's slipping into paradigms of other people. Okay? So if you close your eyes, take a deep breath, really tune into the energy of your body and not think. That's how you can separate the two, okay? And it's like an instant knowing. So's the other one, though. Okay? But if you close your eyes and just focus in, you'll be able to tell. All right, make sense? Hey guys, I need to do something really quickly. I left the hose on. I need to go turn it off. So I'm going to pause the recording and be right back. Okay, so here we are now. You can't, and again, pretty much everyone has this, but some people aren't aware of it. This is your clairsentience when you walk in and you can feel the energy of a room. Now, when you master this gift, you can feel and tune into the energy of a room, whatever the energy is, and then you can shift it. Okay? Because you're the most powerful, dominant, and I don't mean dominant in a bad way, the most powerful, stable energy field. Okay? Now, Panther needs to be let outside. Does that make sense? So if you walk into a room and you feel there's a lot of tension, okay, you can, just through the power of your intention, vibrate something else Exactly. That's what we'll tend to do, right? Bail. I bail. I'm out of here. You go. Yeah. Rachel goes joke mode. Okay. I do that. I'll be like, I'll start cracking jokes and trying to make other people laugh. Once you're aware of it and you feel stable, you can shift it. Hey, great speakers. Okay, it's more than their words. They're capturing the energy of the room. And Holly, you're cracking me up. You're like, I ain't even going to try it. I'm gone. Okay. Once you stabilize more, you won't have to go. But it does take energy. So maybe it's not worth it. I keep getting so many horse analogies, but it's kind of like a true horseman, you know, when they're around horses that are acting up, you know, you really, you know, having a calm, stable presence will then help the horse calm down. And the opposite, horses are such great healers because a horse that it stepped into its role as healer are awesome at helping other like traumatized victims, people with you know, emotional disorders calm down. And there's Rachel. I didn't get dressed to turn around and go home. I didn't put pants on for nothing. Okay. Here's another one. You just know when people are lying. You just know it. And then it's up to you what to do about it. Okay. Crying during commercials. Or crying during the news, or crying during, you know, my husband will be all like, God, this really affects you. I'm like, shut up. Like, shut up. I friggin' don't know why I do it, but I watch the stupid news and then I cry about the stupid COVID cases and the people losing their jobs. Ugh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I had to watch, this is when I was younger and getting my twitties, and I was doing my teaching, my student teaching, and it was marine biology. And they showed this stupid video, or the teacher that I was, you know, teaching under showed the stupid video of the Japanese killing dolphins in Iki Island. And I started sobbing uncontrollably in a class of like 30 high school students. It was just, and I couldn't control myself. Yeah. Anyway, empath. All my life, everyone in my family looks to me when something is said just to see me cry. Yeah. Okay. That's an empath. You realize not everyone's like that. Okay. Here's one. I can't stand it. I feel in my body, especially when let's say somebody falls off a cliff and they show them go rolling down a hill. I will feel in my body like I'm the one rolling down the hill. Okay. Somebody getting stabbed, I feel it. A lot of, I'm getting an image, Rachel, of you. Rachel, are you a medium? And you just haven't claimed it yet? I'm going to sit here and wait for you to answer. Yeah, play with that. Okay. Anyway, what else is in my notes? Feel emotion. Oh, you're just going to feel emotions randomly. You're going to feel other people's stuff. You're going to feel stuff floating around. You're going to be angry for no reason. You feel the weather. You feel earthquakes. You feel tornadoes. I think there's a couple tropical storms coming. I can just feel the weather shifting, and I don't like it. I've told the story. I'm sure you've both heard it. Around, I used to feel earthquakes coming, and it would just make me mean. Like I would just get very angry. Like, and thank God there's not a lot of earthquakes. And finally, I just said, I'm not going to experience this anymore. I'm done. Just done. I'm not going to do it. And it stopped. Okay. So you can do that, but you have to mean it when you say it. Yeah. People don't understand when you feel the weather. Let's see. You're accused of being too sensitive. Here you go. Here's a funny one. Can't stand going to thrift stores or antique stores. Let's say that again. Can't stand going to thrift stores or antique stores. I would always be like, why do people want to go? Ew. Mm-hmm. It's the smell. It's the old, musty, heavy energy. Oh, see, I'm getting a visceral reaction just thinking about it. Other people love it. I don't want other people's crap, and it's not because I think I'm too good for it. I feel the energy. I like brand new shiny things. Okay. But so that's a sign you're an empath. Because you're feeling all the stuff radiating off all the stuff. You're feeling all the energies radiating off all that stuff, okay? And it's okay. And again, other people, like for me to watch like those junk shows, or not junk shows, what's it called? I'm being incredibly rude and disrespectful. You know, it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. I can't think of the name. Now, I'm not saying that all empaths don't like antiques. I'm saying this is just a general tendency. Okay. Antique Roadshow, thank you. That's it. There's another one too, about people who just go to the thrift stores. And my friend loves it because she has a junk shop. Okay. Anyway. Now, if you need to go shopping with your best friend, all right, or you choose to go shopping with your best friend who wants to go to a thrift shop, you can just fortify your energy field and just make a statement. I am not going to experience the energy of objects or other people. And you can actually shut off your gift. Okay, you can just like close the door. Okay, just close the door to your clairsentience for the time you're in the store. Okay, the feelings of danger, you know, the goosebumps, right? When you get the prickles. Okay, all that's clairsentience. And that's all I have for signs that you're, experiencing clairsentience. Excuse me. Got them all. You've got them all? A lot of people feel cold when ghosts come in. You feel a temperature drop in the room. That's another one. Or you'll get really hot. See, Rachel, I really feel like you're the shivers up the back. I don't experience a lot of paranormal like that. Okay? I don't. I want to, but I don't. Another thing is, it's pretty interesting. It's always like, no, you don't. It's funny. Okay, I don't know if I can explain this, but when I'll catch a glimpse or like when I'll see an animal like a big tarantula or a snake or a hawk or something basically out of the ordinary, and when I first connect with it, like I see it, I'll feel a rush of its energy. I don't know if that's making sense. Like that big snake, if you've probably seen the picture of it, you know, that was on my patio. On my patio chair is a pretty big gopher snake. I'm looking around. I feel nothing. Then when I finally see it with my eyes, then I feel it. Okay. Oh, the big ass. Yes, him. Titan actually was all alerted to him, and I didn't feel that because James came in. And I'm like, James, what's going on? He goes, there's a Gila monster on the porch. I'm like, oh. But I bet if kind of like I didn't see it, and it's almost like, and I'm telling you guys this for a reason, when I first see it and I feel that big rush of energy, that energy is always there. But if we walked around feeling those big rushes of energy with everything, we wouldn't be able to function. Oh, and that's so funny, Holly, because that's like a medium-sized one. I'll try to find the picture of the granddaddy one. There was one coming down our path one time. It's seriously, I thought we were in like one of those prehistoric movies because they walk. They're very primordial. So if I keep going, no one's going to come to the workshop I'm going to have at my house someday. Be like, oh, I ain't coming. You can keep your snakes, lizards, tarantulas. um, yeah, it's those surges of energy. Oh no, those Aussie critters are way scarier, man. We don't have like death adders and brown snakes that'll kill you in like a minute. Come on, Rachel. We don't have saltwater crocodiles. Okay. Boxing kangaroos. I'm kidding with that one. Okay. So when you're getting overstimulated, all right, I do. See, my claircognizance told me you were going to say that, Miss Rachel. Okay. So when you're feeling like that, when you're overstimulated, one thing you can do seriously is just get away from it all. As an empath, you need time alone. Holly, the other day when you said that you need to lock yourself in your room and just be alone, that's actually the best thing you could do for yourself and others. I honestly feel like it's the empaths that are the crazy cat ladies. Okay, the ones that can live alone. Because an empath is never alone. Right? How about you, Rachel? Do you need to get away and just kind of like have your own space? Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. Somebody's clearing stuff. Yeah. Well, again, are you a hermit because you're an empath, or are you an empath because you're a hermit? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Right? Oh, man. Okay. It does all go together. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Another thing you can do is ask, is this mine? When you're feeling something, is this mine? And then you can do the yes, no in your body. If you know what yes feels like. It feels like an expansion. No means a contraction. But if you're going to, here's the caveat. If you're going to listen to your body, you got to turn off your mind. So those of you who have a strong mind, the mind likes to dictate, blah, 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 blah. You've got to learn to put that to the side and really listen to the body. Because a lot of times, we get a yes, no, and sometimes that's just the mind tricking us. And this is going to sound, I don't know how it's going to sound, but I've just seen a lot of people who claim that they're all intuitive and that they're woke and that they're high vibe and, I'm going to do the whole yep, 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 yep. But all that is a mind program to make their ego feel good that they're intuitive and they're high vibe and they're all turned in and they're woke. Okay? And I'm saying that with reverence, and I'm giving kudos to the people who truly are taking their spiritual path in the essence of being a master. Okay, Rachel, did you not know what I was talking about when I said that? Is that what the huh means? Who are these people? Oh, there's a lot of them. Unfortunately, there's a lot of them. It's kind of like in the horse training world. You can have somebody that has watched a couple training videos. They've worked with maybe 3 or 4 horses, and they go out and they call themselves a professional horse trainer. Okay. And you compare that to somebody who's been working with horses for 20 years, who's ridden hundreds of horses, of all ages, and who's, just been walking the path every day. And there's people like that in every walk of life. And in my opinion, right now it is bonkers here in the US. I mean, I'm so tired of people telling me they're woke and their intuition is telling them this, and and they're high vibe. And there's a lot of them on Facebook. I don't know about in the real world. Even talking about it's making my voice shift. So don't doubt yourself, because it's kind of like the narcissist telling everyone he's so great. I'm so great. I'm the best. If you're all that, you don't have to tell people. You don't have to tell people you're high vibe. Because if you're truly high vibe, you're not analyzing to see that you're high vibe, and you're not judging and condemning other people for being low vibe. Right? So, so it's kind of like taking the spiritual path as a sacred journey to being a master. And I'm just clearing stuff. That's why I'm breathing hard. It's not because I'm hyperventilating. Oh, wow. We are forever learning. Absolutely. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. Okay. Omni, that could be our secret manifestation word. Omni. Okay. I'm gonna yawn one more time because as I was doing that ramble, everybody cleared a lot of energies, especially in the throat chakra. Now, this question's kind of popping into my head. I don't know the answer to it because I believe that we're powerful creators and we don't have to follow certain paths to achieve the results we want. A lot of people will say if you want to be truly, quote, high vibe, you have to be vegetarian. I don't agree. You have to drink alkaline water, maybe. Man, whew, big letting go. If we're sovereign creators, I believe we can, with practice and intention, achieve the result we want. And for some of us, it may be a vegetarian diet, and for others, our body may be like, I need meat and I need it now, and you're starving me to death with this vegetables. Okay. And then you can just set up just say, hey, I'm gonna clear my body of all the, whatever energetic toxins from eating meat. Exactly. It might be for your individual experience, but you don't know. Oh my gosh, here comes another yawn. Okay. As an empath, you're going to be really sensitive to your environment. You're going to be sensitive to things. You're going to be sensitive to plants and animals. You're going to feel them. Now, last week, I can't remember, but I do know that I had asked people to listen to something in their environment and give a message. So I want to do the same thing, except I want to, first of all, I'm looking around trying to find something that I can hold. Hold on one sec. I just decided I wanted to do this. It wasn't in the plan. Lord, trying to find something kind of old in my house, and I don't have anything. All right, you guys. So I'm holding an object. So just close your eyes. Just feel into your body. Know that there's no right or wrong. I'm holding an object that was not originally mine. It's from my house. It's sitting on my lap. No, it's not the Chihuahua. Although he did come over. Neither really, neither. But just feel. Okay, don't try to see it or hear it. What feeling are you getting from it? But I'll tell you, it's kind of circle-ish, and it's 3D. What do you mean by cold? Like a cold person, or like cold temperature? And it's funny you both said cold. Okay. Well, nothing's cold in my house right now. It's so blasted hot. But feel into the person that this originally belonged to. And actually, paperweight is kind of it's bigger than a paperweight. No, not my mother-in-law. Um, good guess though, Holly. It's not a fire poker, but you know what's interesting? What's really interesting, Rachel Huntley, is it used to sit on a mantle of a fireplace. Huh. Very interesting. Yeah, it's kind of roundish. I'll take a picture of it and put it in the group. But it's kind of roundish, but it's 3D. It's a figurine, actually. It's a figurine. It's not a vase. Nope, don't try to guess the object. You won't. I'm going to call, she's being actually cooperative. I'm going to call in the person who it belonged to. And how does she make you feel? Yeah, we're just I could tell when you went into guessing mode. It's like, oh, I want to guess the object. It is, there's a part of it that's very smooth. Okay, but now tune into the person, not the object. Tune into the person who it once quote belonged to. What does she feel like? It's a woman. And I'm calling her energy in and I'm asking that, and she's actually, again, cooperating. She's passed. She's passed from this worldly plane. And just take a deep breath and feel her quickly. Okay, what else? What else are you guys getting? It's interesting because I'm tuned in, because you know how everybody has a wide range of emotions. She's not overly tender. Oh, yeah. Yes, Rachel. Oh my God, yes. Set in her ways and stern. Hallelujah, yes. Okay. Very good. Very good. Anything else? This is kind of fun. She had to be that way for strength. Yeah, she was set in her way. She had to be strong. Absolutely. Absolutely. Any other. This is kind of fun because you guys are so right on. It's my grandmother. Um, she was mean. She was stern, man. She was stern and mean and set in her ways. Like old school, raised on a farm. Um, but she had to be that way to survive. I love that you said that, Rachel. So just, to kind of take both of you, congratulate yourself. Awesome job. And if you're listening to the recording, I'm hoping that you're playing along because you can get just as much out of this. There was not a lot of love or warmth. Okay. Not at all. So, And what it is, it's one of those figurines of like an Indian woman sitting on a rock, and her feet are in a little pool of quote water. And in the water, I'll take a picture of it, but you can probably hear me clicking it. So I will take a picture. I will send it. I'll put it in the group. And now I'm going to grab another object from someone, and I won't trick you. Yeah, you guys weren't going to guess the object, and that wasn't the intention. And that's what I was projecting images of my grandmother. Now, the interesting thing is, at my childhood home, it did sit on the mantle of the fireplace, and there was a definite fire poker always there. It was our pretty much only source of heat. So hold on, I'm going to grab one more object because I think this is a lot of fun. Hold on. I hope you two are having fun. Okay, here we go. Now, what I want you to do is just kind of wave your hand, starting at the top of your head, down the front of your body, like wave your hand down and then push the energy away. It's kind of like clearing your field, okay? Because I was actually, just to help, because we're not in the same room, I was sending you some pretty strong images. So just, take your hand, it's just kind of like, whew, push it down, push the energy away, cleaning your field. I'm holding another object, cracking up, but it belonged to another person. And now just feel, using this object. She's passed. Okay. It's not my grandmother. So like I said, I'm not going to try to trick you guys. And I'm going to project her to you, the feelings of her and the object. So kind of both. No, it's not a decorative pillow. It's but there's some soft parts to it, you could say. Holly's like, darn it, I want to guess the object. Energy is a lot warmer with a smile. What else do you guys get? What do you get? Feel the person. I'm asking her to come into the room with each of you. Oh, sorry. Okay, what else are you feeling? Oh, interesting. She was intuitive. Okay. Oh. Yes, she was outgoing and she did like to talk. Very friendly. I would say yes. She is warmer than my grandmother. She always was smiling. What else are you getting? Anything? No, she wasn't. Good. Good. Related to my husband, but not related to me. She's an in-law. Not my mother-in-law, though. My mother-in-law is still alive. Okay, getting anything else from her? Rachel, you're a natural at this, and so are you, Holly. Holly, you're just trying to guess the objects. Holly, you're just not doing the assignment. And are you guys getting anything else? Oh, man. Crikey. No, it's not a rug or a blanket, but the room it was sitting in, the room where I got it from, I do have a feather. I have a bottle with feathers. Damn, Rachel. Yes. Yes, Holly. She was always talking with her hands and swinging them around, and she loved to dance. Yeah, I have so now I'm fixated on the feather. I have and I feel like I'll have to take a picture of that. It's a hawk feather and a raven's feather. So, Rachel, you need to consider practicing remote viewing. Okay. I don't think I have this in the class schedule, but yeah, and really, I was just using the object as a surrogate to feel the person, because that object, what the object is, it's a vase with little fake succulents in it, and my Aunt Helen loved succulents, so interesting. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys, I just looked at the time. I'm like, holy crap, it's already, been an hour. Yeah. And again, this wasn't a clairvoyance exercise. So it was a, how does it feel? So, you guys did an outstanding job. Practice this. Even it would be fun to, but no, Holly, stop it. But you felt her. And that was the whole, purpose of the assignment or of the exercise. And yes, she was soft, although she was, yeah, Aunt Helen. Okay. She was soft and kind and loving, but she had that core of strength to her. You know what I mean? So, opinionated, she could be opinionated, yes. So anyway, good job. I would practice, just pick up an object and just like feel the object. Just feel it. What is it? What messages is it going to convey to you? Walk into a different environment and just close your eyes and feel everything around you. I used to argue with my husband. It's so funny. Again, this is before I knew about all the psychic stuff. And, with the question of your physical senses, which one would you, if you had to lose one of your physical senses, which would it be? And I always say, I'd want to lose my eyes, like my eyesight. And my husband would be like, that's stupid. Why would you lose your eyesight? I'm like, because if you can't see things, you can experience everything that's going on around you. And he's like, you're nuts. Now I again, back then I did not know what I was trying to, I would still want to lose my eyesight because it would force you to be in tune with the energies all around you. Yeah, I would still do the eyesight. Isn't that interesting? I was like, no way, my smell. Okay. All right. That would be a fun question to ask in the group. Anyway, so what was an aha moment for each of you before we close the class? Oh my God, that's funny. And you also have supersonic hearing. You just have supersonic everything, senses, my friend. Getting a sense, okay, how much information I got about the environment. Yeah, super cool. Play with it again, and really go out in nature and just see, like, how does this plant feel? If you can find a partner, just have them hold something, or just play with it, and your senses will become more in tune. And also play with shutting it down. Okay, just like, I don't want to feel anything right now. I'm going into this crowded space, and I'm going to enjoy myself, and I'm not going to get drained, and I'm not going to get tired, because I'm going to fortify my energy, and my empathic abilities are turned off for the moment, unless, of course, there is true danger, and then they have permission to alert me. Okay. Also, if you feel like it, practice going into a space and then shifting the energy. The fewer people, the easier it'll be. So, if you want to play with any and all of those, because remember, it's called everyday intuition. Okay. All right. So any questions, comments? And I'm going to go ahead and end the recording, because I tend to just kind of like stop things and turn them off. So I'm ending the recording now.